Hey, welcome to Truman Tech Breaks. This is Thomas with the Truman Learning Technologies team. And today I wanted to talk about staying safe while using Truman email. I'm sure you've seen emails come in every now and then that seem suspicious. Maybe you've even clicked on one or two in the past. It happens. Some of the people behind these frauds are getting pretty convincing. But that's why I think it's important to brush up every once in a while on how to stay safe, what to do if you click on a fraudulent email. Now, Truman does have very effective measures in place to prevent spam and fraudulent email from getting to our users. But given the sheer amount of stuff that's out there, some still does manage to get through sometimes. The most common types of these scams is the phishing scam. Similar to its homophone, someone running a phishing scam is casting a wide net, trying to capture whatever they can. After all, there are a lot of fish in the sea. They don't need to drag in every one, just whatever they can bring in. It's in both yours and the university's best interest to ensure that we aren't among those caught. Phishers try to lure people into revealing sensitive information: credit card info, addresses, phone numbers, online passwords. Sometimes they're even just testing the waters to see if you respond to email from parties you're unfamiliar with, making you, in their eyes at least, a possible target for future email or phone scams. As I mentioned earlier, fraudulent email can sometimes be easy to spot, but that's not always the case. While a poorly written email can sometimes be a red flag, scammers have gotten much better about crafting believable correspondence. And after all, I know I've had my fair share of typos in the past, so writing style and grammar are definitely not the end-all be-all of spotting scams. Additionally, it's common to observe the email address, not just the username, and the domain of the sender. But even then, you have to be careful. Scammers sometimes get creative and create domains that are just an easily missable letter or two away from their target domains, making them seem legitimate from anything less than a thorough review. One of the best steps you can take to keep yourself safe is to be helpfully cautious about the links that you click on. For instance, a common phishing scam is to try to get users to click on a link to change their passwords, at which point the scammers will collect your old password and try to use that information against you. Please note that official password changes from Truman do not work this way. You'll notice that while there are links in the password change email, these merely take you to documentation on password policy. To actually update your credentials, you'll need to navigate to the Truman site on your own. There are some other common scams that you can look out for too. One common one is for the scammer to email you while pretending to be one of your colleagues, asking for your contact information. Rest assured that your colleagues likely already have this information. If you are suspicious of one of these emails, but are also concerned that it may be legitimate, the best thing you can do is get back to your colleagues outside of that email. Call them with a number you already know, or even stop by their office to see if the request was theirs or not. Another red flag to look out for is one stating that your disk space is full. Again, if you're concerned with the legitimacy of one of these correspondences, please reach out to your building support person. Finally, conventional wisdom teaches us that if it's too good to be true, it probably is. Emails offering large sums of money for a small amount of work are designed to pique your interest and gain your attention, but you're not going to see that payday. Same goes with emails with the alluring promise of salary adjustments. You may have started to see a pattern here, so once again, if you're unsure if one of these emails might be legitimate, you can try to independently verify it with contacts that you know are on campus. So, let's say that you do get an email that feels suspicious. What do? Well, it's possible that others at the university may have gotten this as well, so you can be an anti-scamming hero by forwarding your email to spam@truman.edu. This can help ITS respond as quickly as possible to minimize the potential damage that this scam can do. Second, as long as you happen to open the email, you should be fine. Congrats for thwarting your scammer's nefarious plans. If all you did was open the email and did not click on any links, you should be okay too. If you did open the email and clicked on links though, you'll want to call the IT service center to see if further action needs to be taken to ensure that your account or computer are not compromised. Please remember that this is extremely important. Failing to report this risks not only your own data, but also that of others at this university. When you speak with the service center or your building support technician, there are a few things that you need to make sure that you accurately report to them. First, did you open the scam email? Again, if you hadn't, there shouldn't be a problem, right? Second, did you click on any links in the email? And finally, did you input any information into those links? Now, with this final point, I'd like to address a really important point and kind of misconception. Obviously, if you typed your password into a box and hit submit, you sent that information somewhere, right? But even if you hadn't, it's possible that information is out there now once you clicked on the link, if your passwords were saved in your browser or device. Again, just to reiterate that even if for whatever reason you're not concerned with your own data, it's really important to your colleagues' own data and security that you report any concerns with opening spam as soon as possible. All right, well, thanks everybody, and please reach out to our team at ltt@truman.edu if you have any questions or concerns. And of course, the IT Service Center if you believe that you have been compromised in any way. All right, thanks and have a good day.